Good afternoon, welcome to Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda Fowler, this is the Inspiring Inkin Facebook page, and today is Tuesday the 2nd of March. If you're here, could you say hello? Let me know where you're from and what you're doing today. Let's see, I'll check on my iPad. Yeah, I'm live. I've moved my tripod and things, so I'm just rearranging the room a little bit to see what we can do. My hair's gone a bit crazy today as well. It's all these weeks of Brian having to cut my hair. We're getting there. I'll get a proper haircut soon, but you know, it will be fine. So let's see, Michelle's here. Hello, Michelle. Lisa's here. Pam. Marvellous. I am a couple of minutes late. I needed some more cardstock, so I thought, well, I better run downstairs and get it, just in case I get a chance to make more cards than I think I'm going to today. Chris and Angela are here. Hello, hello. Faye's here. Sue's here as well. Viv's here. Marvellous. Stella is here. Texas is in the house. How are you, Stella? Has all the snow gone? Donna, Australia's in the house. Donna's here too. And Anne, who's saying hello to the crafty folk. That's all of you. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lynn. Oh, busy house today. So how are we today? It was glorious sunshine here in Hampshire at the weekend. We didn't really get that much gardening done. We did a lot of loafing about, really. Well, that's not true. I did a lot of loafing about. Brian did some gardening. But yeah, time just kind of whizzed past. We had nice cups of tea in the garden on the new patio, which is very lovely. It was just about warm enough without a coat. It was okay when the sun's on it anyway. So yeah, so nothing really to report apart from, if you're reading my blog, you will know I wanted to broach the subject of decorating the spare room. So last year's projects were this lovely room that I'm in, so the studio, and what is known as the jungle room, which has the crazy wallpaper. I was in there for a little while, and that's all finished now. So, and our bedroom's fine, so I just want to do the spare room. And I was trying to explain to Brian what I meant, and kind of in my head it's kind of a bit vintage, bits kind of scripty perhaps on the walls, but a bit industrial, which is what I like anyway. So we'll see. But he said, yeah, all right. Which is very exciting, because that means we got a project, and I like having a project. So let's see who else is here. Oh, big scrolling. So Judith's here, Maureen's here, Roz is here, Gillian's here, Deborah's here, Margaret's here, Jan's here, Faye's here, Karen's here. Wow, lots of people. So yeah, so what did you do in the sunshine? Did you have sunshine where you were? Did you go out and about? Do a bit of gardening? Hi, Anne. Hi, Janet. So do let me know what you have been up to. Judith's been gardening. My coffee is way too far away. I don't want to drop the coffee. If you were here last week, I slopped coffee everywhere, or tea everywhere. So hi Marlene, hi Mum. Mum's here. Oh, that sounds lovely. Lisa went on a lovely dog walk in the woods. Karen cut her husband's hair. Margaret saw some lambs. How lovely. Deborah's been gardening. Deborah's here. Calgary is in the house. We are very multinational craft and chat today. And Mum's saying hello to everyone. Oh, Chris is saying it's 9 degrees colder where she is than it was yesterday. Warmer at the coast. It's actually not warmer today. No, I've put my little heater on in here. The radiator's always turned down really low because obviously I'm not in here that much. But then I've only got a t-shirt on. So, you know, what is it my husband says? There's no such thing as bad weather, just not wearing the right clothes. Yes. And I am the person who goes out for a walk with hat and gloves on probably till about June. I hate being cold. Cold and rained on, cold and wet is worse, but I'm not a fan of the cold really at all. Ooh, Sue's cut the grass this morning for the first time this year. Yeah, we cut the grass. That's the royal we. Brian cut the grass at the weekend. Looks a lot better. Sheridan saying hi, Amanda's mum. So it's Pauline to everyone else. Yeah, the easterly wind's a bit chilly. Yes. Now, so those of you lovely people who kind of get where I live. So I live on the south coast, halfway between Portsmouth and Southampton. And the wind comes from the south or the southwest 95% of the time. So I can look out of my front room window and the wind will always track right to left or come over the top of us. But it always comes from the west or from the southwest. When we have really cold weather, the wind comes in from the east, and it's weird because the clouds are going the wrong way. Don't like that. It's going the wrong way. But we've got an easterly wind at the moment, which is why it's a bit colder. Lisa says she has a husband who says, you know, there's no such thing as bad weather. It's just you're not dressed for it. Yeah. Bless them. They are lovely and they're right. But that's, you know, we don't need to hear that, do we? Let's have a look. Ooh, Anne's planting hellebores this morning. I love hellebores. They're beautiful. Deborah's saying that the sun's streaming in and her windows are open. It was tropical. Marlene said she did some gardening in the communal garden and it was tropical in Nottingham on Sunday. Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 minute. If I'm sure many of you know, but I am a Nottinghamshire girl. That's my hometown. So yeah. Oh, right. Vivian. So Vivian's actually on the coast. She's actually on the front. Different coast, but on the front. And she's saying she had the balcony door open yesterday, but sea fog this morning. Thank goodness. Deborah's saying the snow is beginning to melt in Texas. That's good. No! Susan spent Friday morning in A&E and been in a sling since. No crafting for her at the moment. What have you done, Susan? What have you done? Sending hugs. Let's have a look. Ooh. Sheridan's just been for a walk and had an ice cream. Yeah. You see, I can eat ice cream It can be 40 below outside and I'd still eat ice cream. So Anne's got a saying for us. When the wind is from the east, it's fit for neither man nor beast. It's probably very true. Oh. Okay, I need to slurp my coffee before I read some more of these messages. So Janet's saying, one of her sons delivered her Christmas presents and left them on the driveway, so they had another Christmas celebration. Oh. Well, I was hoping for a Christmas Easter celebration. Because I've got the kids' Christmas presents here, holding them hostage. Not really, but they both said that they would rather wait until we're all together. So it looks like that's going to be for my birthday, end of May. So yeah, so it's not too far. We've just got to keep going. So Sue's saying, being in almost the same location as me, she fully understands the description of the windy weather. Yeah, because you must see the clouds tracking the same way that I do, Sue. Anne used to live in the Vicky Centre flats? No, you're a Nottingham girl too. Amanda said she was gardening this morning and had to take her jacket off. That means you were working hard, Amanda. That's good stuff. Oh, Claire's been out for a walk down the beach. It's beautiful, but you can't see the Isle of Wight. So is there still lots of sea fog out then? And Pat's here as well. Awesome. So, what have I... Oh, I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to be up to this week. I'm going out 2 days this week. 2 days. I'm very excited. And that's like out. Not just, out round the block with the dog. Or out for a long walk with Brian without the dog, because she can't do the long walks now. I'm going, so on Friday, I'm going to the dentist. So that's very exciting. It's very important to go to the dentist. Oh. Val's saying it's cold in Bideford. Dentist on Friday, so that's all very exciting. So I've had all my briefings about all the PPE and all of that stuff. But on Thursday, I've got a date in the Asda car park. Oh dear. Yeah, time for my mammogram. And I was talking to Brian today, and I said, at Craft and Chat, I'm going to mention I'm going for my mammogram on Thursday because it's really important. It's important that I go, but it's also important that everybody who is invited goes. And I was reading a report at the weekend, I think, that was saying that the number of people going for smear tests and mammograms is actually declining, and it's really important. And I know that it's kind of a bit of a scary world out there at the moment, isn't it? And we don't like going places and that kind of stuff, but it is really important. So if you get called up, make sure you go. And to explain, here in Hampshire they have like an articulated truck, and they park it in different places, and obviously it's Fairham's turn, so it's in the Asda car park and you go there. It's really cool because then you don't have to go into the hospital and stuff. So yeah, so very important. Get yourself checked out. Let's have a look. Oh no, Val said she hasn't seen a dentist for 18 months. Claire knew where I was going. It's very sad when you look forward to going out for hospital and dental appointments. It is, Deborah, but, you know, we haven't been out anywhere for a year, pretty much. Yeah, Marlene, everyone's saying you need to go. Karen's having her first COVID jab on Thursday. Yeah, I am very excited about when I'm going to get mine, because we won't be that long, I don't think. Yeah, Lisa, you get called when you're 50 for mammograms. I'm 53. I'm trying to work it out. Yeah, I'll be 53 this year. But I've been a few times before. So, yeah, so I'm just going. I got my letter. And it's next week. No, Thursday. Everyone should go. And saying they have a truck. And in Wales, they go to the Tesco car park. You see, that's very cool, Sheridan. Obviously, it's slightly more upmarket than the Asda car park. Oh dear. And Amanda's had her first jab as well. Very exciting. Awesome. Yeah, so many of you having your jabs. That's very cool. So very, very cool. Right. Okay, right, I'm going to have myself my coffee. Then I've got a couple of things to show you. And then if you read my blog yesterday, you'll know that we've got some new products out, and they're like a sneak peek of what's coming in the annual catalogue in May, but they're available now, and they are very cool. You're going to like them a lot. And then I'm going to make a card, maybe 2 cards, depends how the time's going, because we have been chatting quite a lot today. So yes, so I have a card and a gift to show you today. So the lovely Michelle popped round to drop this off today. And look, she's made me a lovely card with some teeny dragonflies on it, which is very cool. So this is the Dragonfly Garden stamp set, which is very cool. And she made this. And I'm sure we've talked about this before. I used to cross stitch. Cross stitch was, I'll get it a bit closer so you can see. Cross stitch was the thing that I started crafting, really. But what Michelle did was she stamped the dragonfly from Dragonfly Garden with stays onto the fabric, and then did the cross stitching over the top. Very cool. So that's very cool. That's going to go up there on my shelf. So, with my other dragonfly pictures, which is cool. Right. So Claire's saying she's 50 and haven't been called yet. Her friend has had her second one at age 53. You can call them up, actually, Claire. But I think it starts at 50. I'll check on my letter. I'll ping you a text. Awesome. Right, I am going to turn the camera around. Now, I think I know what my most recent technological issue was. It's to do with me having to refresh my iPad. So, I may ask you now and again to give me some hearts or put a message up, just so I know that you're still there. But if there are any problems, can you just put in a message and let me know? That would be very good. Okay, right, I'm going to cover you over and turn the camera around. The reason I cover you over is because I don't want to make you seasick as I flip the camera around. Okay, so I have lifted adjusted my camera a bit. So, I've lifted my camera a bit. So I'm not sure whether or not everything is going to be close enough. So I might drop it down again, but I just need you to let me know. Okay, so today launched is Butterfly Brilliance, matching dies, and I'm going to explain all about the dies in a minute. And these two are going to be available in the annual catalogue next from May. Now this here we go. This Butterfly Brilliance stamp set, I'll bring it up a bit closer, is actually a single stamp with all these butterflies on, and they're sort of hand drawn. They're really beautiful, and they represent butterflies all from around the world. So there's also different sorts. And this is what the stamp looks like. It is huge, and it's completely all stuck together. Now the reason it's all stuck together is to do with dies, but I've got some plans, so we'll come back to that in a minute. So we'll come back to the dies and everything momentarily. But next I've got two papers to show you. So this is the first one, and this comes in a pack of two, and it's got like stippling on the reverse, and then a wood grain texture on this side. And it's wood grain, it's like beech, I think, but as well as being wood grained, it's actually got sort of a bit of embossing texture in it, and I'm not convinced that the camera's going to be able to pick it up, but you can kind of feel it and see it. So this paper and this paper pack, these are only available while stocks last. So they are not going to be available in the new catalogue. So they're only available now. Okay, so there are 6 patterns, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are 6 different patterns. So this is the first one, and the card that I showed you yesterday was using this paper, and I'll just flip the reverse, and it's very much a rainbow kind of patterns. This was the other paper that I used yesterday, the splodgers, and then it's got little butterflies. You've then got a rainbow of butterflies, and that looks like a morning sky to me. Really beautiful. Butterflies in the sky, and then some little spots. I think this is my favourite. Oh, I don't know actually. Is this my favourite sheet? I do like this a lot. Some lovely pinks. The pink in this is Magenta Madness. Yeah, I think this one's my favourite actually. They're all my favourite, but this one's my more favourite. Okay, so there are 8 sheets, I think. Yeah, 2, 4. Ooh, I don't know now. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so there's 6 sheets. That doesn't make any sense to me. There's 48 sheets in total. I thought there were 8 sheets. I don't know. How many patterns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't take me anywhere. 5, 6. Yeah, so there's got to be 8 sheets of each to make 4. Thanks, Sally. Sally is one of my awesome team who's got there and answered the question. Thank you, Sally. Okay, so I wanted to show you this sheet and the stamps first. So the stamps are 85% is the image on here. So when you see this stamped image is exactly the same size and is exactly these 6 butterflies. And that is important because in the die set, and I'm going to go through all the dies in a minute, you have this die. And this die cuts out these butterflies like this. So there's another one. I've got some more around, but that's the one from yesterday. But it cuts these out perfectly from the patterned paper, including their antenna, because that always worries me. I get quite stressed about the fact that you will have butterflies there without antenna. So it cuts out that, but it also cuts out your stamped image as well. So that die on its own is just awesome. So let me show you. I've got so many bits here. So here are the stamped out images. There you go. That's so cool. And if I bring this one up, you'll be able to see it looks like somebody's just coloured it in with a marker. It's just so pretty. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay. So I'll move those out to one side. Okay, so in the dies, let me tell you, show you all the dies. So you have got 12 dies. So I'm going to put that back in. And then I will put the dies back in here so they're all safe. But first, hang on, look. So that's the sheet of paper where I actually cut out all of the flowers, all of the butterflies. And actually, if you get a trimmer and trim that off, that'll make a lovely strip for the edge of a card. Okay, so you've got this die. And I've just cut out these to show you. Because you have 6 detailed dies that coordinate with that. So they look like this. Hi Joanne, thank you for joining us. Don't worry ever about being late. I am very happy to see you. So let me just pull that one up. Ooh, nice and close so you can see. So basically with the die you can just have a lovely 2-layered thing. But if you're counting, so far that's 7. That means we've got another 5 more dies. So where's my bit of paper? Here we go. So these dies are really cool and they're little. So we've got 2 little butterflies. And these are going to be great for putting on with embellishments and all sorts. Look at the state of my hands. Can you tell I've been working with Stays on ink earlier today? So 2 little ones. So that's these 2. You've then got this one, which makes these holes, which is kind of cool. It left all of the holes on my cutting plate, and I think that you could actually lift those up, but really like that. Then you've got this one, super cool. That's this. So it doesn't actually cut as in make a hole, but it does pretty much cut all the way through. And then you've got this one, which does like a brick pattern. So it die cuts the bricks, but actually it cuts out the little bricks. So what you could do is you can then have like bricks, the kind of positive and the negative. Do you just am I making any sense? Can you see? Hang on, I will lift it up a bit so you can see. So I'm hoping, yeah. So that's really cool. So fabulous, fabulous set of dies, along with a great set of stamps, and yeah, all the things. It's very, very cool. Right, so I'm going to move all of those up to one side. I don't think I'm using those, but we will see. So this is another reason why I've got ink on my hands. Look, I've got my Zany Zebra's Happy Birthday stamp ready for making a card, and it's covered in ink. So so I'm going to just clean that off. Okay, so a couple of things I want to talk about this stamp. I love this and the fact that it's a big background stamp. You could cut it and get yourself 6 individual butterfly stamps, but then obviously the die that's designed to cut them out wouldn't work. But you might wonder about, you know, how to use such a big stamp, and I understand that because my hands, so I've got little hands, and my hands only just, look at my poor little finger there, is really straining to hold the whole thing. So I just want to give you a few tips with that. The first thing is use 2 hands with your stamp. The second is to use the Stamparatus. That works really well for these bigger stamps, and you can repeat stamp. The other thing that you're going to do, you can do with this, is the way I'm about to show you, but I need to cut some cardstock first. So I'm just going to cut a card blank and a layer. Right, so the stamps and dies, Faye, I think are 51 or 52 pounds. That's a set together. It's always cheaper to buy them together because you get 10% off. The papers, I'm guessing, will be the same as most of the pattern papers, which is $10.75. The thing that I forgot was the flyer with all of the details on. Now, I know that currently the stamps are on back order. Don't let that put you off. They are coming into stock. It's just they were waiting for some to come in. So they'll be in fairly shortly. They're just not going to be in straight away. Okay, so Val's just said that she really likes my new camera angle. How are you? How's everyone else feeling about this camera angle? Okay, so I have got Misty Moonlight ink, Misty Moonlight card, and my big stamp. So I'm going to ink it all up. Now, normally I would take my stamp to my ink pad. Yeah, normally that's what I would do. But because this is so big, I want to make sure that I'm covering over everything. Okay. And I'm using grid paper. If you don't have grid paper, you've got a big piece of plain paper, that will work really well. But grid paper is in the catalogue. You can buy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cardstock on top of my stamp, bring my grid paper over the top and keep it pressed down. Now, of course, you could just press it down with your fingers, but then your fingers will get really inky. Now, you just need to give it all a good rub over the top. Let's have a look. There you go. Isn't that cool? And that's Misty Moonlight ink on a Misty Moonlight card. And I'm going to mat it on there. And I'm going to find my butterfly. What I'm actually going to do is pop that butterfly down there. I'm looking. I've got my hands. All right, I need to pin my grid paper down because it's sliding all over the place. I was looking for my Tombow. It's here. Thanks, Val. Val's saying the whole suite is about £66. That's basically what that does, is that gives you everything. So it gives you the paper, the stamps, the dies, and the wood grain paper as well. So I'm going to pop that down there over the top. And snip that off. And then we're going to find my stamp. Honestly, you would think if I had more space I'd be better, but it's worse. The more space I have, the worse it gets. Let's just punch that out. And we're going to pop that down there. And then let's have a look. I'm just going to pop that there and then stick that down. There we go. There you go, super quick card. So I've used my die cut butterfly from the paper and laying it over the very top, and then I've got Misty Moonlight on Misty Moonlight. There you go. So let me just bring in this card, because I got a couple of messages yesterday about this card with the way I'd done the strips. So I've literally just glued them one side to the other and that side to that side to do that. Okay, so that's one card, and I think I hadn't quite decided what I was going to do for my second card. So I did bring in, so I talk often about the little pots I have of embellishments and things. So some of you may remember we did a Christmas card using the season of flowers, and we had some this is Misty Moonlight, and it's an embossed with scripty, and this is a just Just Jade wreath as well. So I gathered I gathered that up earlier and thought, oh, it was in my little pot. I wonder what I can do with that. And I thought it would just be really easy just to use it to make a quick card. So that is what I'm going to do. So let me just pop that down. I don't know why I grabbed some 12 by 12 paper. Just stuck my hand in my paper stack and grabbed some. So let's have a look. There we go. Okay, now I think I'm not actually going very far, but I'm just going to a box that's on the landing. I thought I had some gems up here. I'm going to end up having to put... I see, I did. I knew I did. I'm going to end up having to get like all of my craft stuff from downstairs upstairs. But yeah, we need that. So let's get this assembled. So what I was trying to explain is when I'm making a card or doing embellishments or whatever, I often make extra. So for instance, I die cut a few extra of these and a few extra of these so that I could put them in my pot and then I could make a quick card. Right, so Sue's saying what exactly is available to buy? So the dies and the stamps. The stamps all come in a couple of weeks. We're hoping they're coming back into stock really soon. And the paper. And the wood grain paper. So all of that is £66. Obviously, but you can buy them individually. It's up to you. But the stamps, you've got to wait for a little while. Basically, all the demonstrators bought them. That's what happened. So when you're a demonstrator, you get to pre-order, and all the demonstrators bought them. That's what's happened. So they're just waiting for the stock to come in. They thought it was going to be in before we launched for customers, but it's just taken a little bit extra. Does anyone in the team, can you go on the ISR? That's the inventory status report, and let me know what date is supposed to be coming in. Belinda's saying she loves that it's like the dies are a double set. Absolutely, it really is. It's a bumper set. So I've just bent up some of the bits of foliage there on this wreath, just to give it a little bit more movement. And then the same with the butterfly. Now what I do with the butterfly is I put my thumb on the top and my finger underneath, and where the body is, that's where I bend it. And I do the same on the other side. So what that gives me is like a flat bit and the wings. So then I can put the glue on that bit there. So that is going to go there. And then I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to put these pearls on. I think I am. Life is always better with a bit of bling. It's got to be an odd number though. Ooh. There we go. And you know I'm going to do it. I am going to use this stamp again. If you haven't bought Zany Zebras yet, why not? Why not? You all need it just for this one happy birthday stamp. Look, Val. Thank you so much. So the whole bundle is $66.75 and there's a code number there. Thank you very much, Val. And if you are ordering, make sure you go over to my blog and get the host code because you don't want to miss the craft along. Yeah, so make sure you put the host code on. Oh, goodness me, Rosie. She's just arrived, but she's been for a 4-mile walk with her little one. Right. Thank you so much, Sally. So Sally's saying that the ISR says the week of the 8th of March for the stamps. So it's not long at all. That's next week. Look. There we go. So that's not a bad card, is it? From a few bits of scraps. Right, I'm going to slurp my coffee and gather my things together. I'm so pleased that you like it. So pleased that you like it. So let's gather everything together so you can see. Just going to move all the rubbish. Hope that it's not actually going to fall off. There we go. All right, so let me just reinforce that score line and then that will stay. Right, so Faye is asking for the best sentiment stamp set you would recommend. She has itty bitty banners at the moment. So I don't think I've got an annual catalogue up here. Oh, I have. Okay. So let me just get the other cards that I made and then I'll get the catalogue out. So here are the cards. There we go. Okay. So, obviously, I think everybody should have this. Which is what I've just used, Faye, but it's not really a sentiment stamp set, but I just love that happy birthday. That makes me really happy. But if you're just talking pure sentiment sets, then let me see where my favourite one is. And if anyone else has got some favourites, shout them out and we will look at them, see if we can help Faye make a decision. Okay, so Peaceful Moments is the one that I probably use the most as a set of sentiments. It has this really beautiful happy birthday, a congratulations, a thank you, with deepest sympathy, and then some nice flowery sentiments. That's the best way I can describe them. They're sentiments that I would actually put on a card as opposed to that I wouldn't. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to flick through the catalogue. It does depend on also the type of cards that you make. So my cards tend to be quite simple cards and not very fussy. So I want sentiments that are not very fussy as well. So I want clean lines and scripty fonts and that kind of stuff. But I don't want anything that is too huge. But equally, I don't want tiny ones either. So Peaceful Moment is one. And we're just going to flick through the whole catalogue. This one, quite a lot of my customers have. It's on page 39. It's called Here's a Card. Again, it's got a lovely happy birthday, but that's really nice. Many Mates, that's another one that lots of people use. You've got itty bitty banners. So itty bitty greetings are fairly similar, but they are quite small. So that's good. This is a huge set called Well Said. And it's got words that you can actually kind of put together, which is really nice. So that kind of depends. I actually use this set as well, this Framed for You set. So this has got thinking of you, happy birthday with sympathy, and sending love and hugs, which is pretty much all of the things I would ever send. So that's good. We could be here a while with me flicking through. Da-da-da. So Faye's saying birthday and thank yous. A grand kid, for those of you with grand babies, actually you all need this one. Best grand kid ever. It's got a great happy birthday, which is the one that I use, and a great congratulations. I use those, and you are so loved. And I love this sentiment here. It says, no amount of money could ever show how much I love you, but here's some anyway. So I use that for the kids. This is good, but these are big stamps. And the other thing to know is that all of the images in the catalogues are true to size. Family Party, I love this one because you can personalise any card, and you've got a happy and a birthday, And then you've got all of the names, but also all of the numbers. And I think those are probably the main ones I would pick. Unless you're going to, unless you're going to pick ones that have lots of images in. But peaceful moments would probably be my thing. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's see what everyone else has got to say. Let me move that out of the way. Put the cards back in shot. And read this. Okay, so let's have a look. Anne saying peaceful moments. Belinda saying family party. Yeah, that's really good. Pauline saying the happy thoughts set. Oh, Pauline, well done. Hang on. Where's my mini catalogue gone? Oh, I'd forgotten about that, Pauline. I haven't got that set, but it is Happy Thoughts, page 28. There you go. So that's this one. So again, it's got a thank you, a congratulations, a happy birthday and a thinking of you, and some flowery ones as well. But it's a very nice set. Thank you, Pauline. Brilliant. Okay, so Faith, that's absolutely fine. I love to be able to answer your questions. That's why I'm here. Joanne just wants to see the butterfly DSP. Yes, Joanne, I can show it to you again, and then I'm going to run away. Oh, Wendy's. Oh, that's another one. I'd forgotten about that one too. Thank you, Wendy. Hang on. Faye, don't decide yet. Vine Designs. Where is it? I'm looking, and I can't see it. Why can't I see it? It's in the mini. Paula, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. Oh, Faye. This one. You might need this one, look. So you've got a really lovely hello and happy birthday and thank you. You've got some nice images there and a with sympathy thinking of you and congratulations. Ooh. There you go. Lots to think about. Right, Joanne, let me show you. Joanne, do you know about the dies cut the paper? So this pattern, the die cuts them all out, cuts all 6 butterflies out at once. So you've got this pattern with this glorious rainbow. You've got the rainbow butterflies with like a sunset. Got the green and blue splodges and the butterflies there. I've decided that this one's my favourite. They're all my favourite, really. But you see, I really like this side. You've seen that one already. This is a smaller version of this paper. And it's got splodges on. And there's so many colours in this. You will not struggle to find colours that match. And that's it. Yeah, so on the back, and I know I've said this before, but you might not have seen my videos, you might not know this, so I'm going to tell you again. On the back, on the piece of cardstock in the back of your patterned paper, there's always the names of all of the colours in that patterned paper. So it's well worth keeping it with the package so that you know which colours go with it. So the colours with this paper are Basic Black, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Poppy Parade, So Saffron, and a Whisper White. Lots of colours. So there you go. So 2 cards, lots and lots of butterflies. Don't worry if the stamps show as being on back order. They will be with you fairly quickly, and it's better to place your order even with the stamps being on back order, because then obviously they're in the system, and as soon as they come into stock they will send them out to you. They won't delay the whole order for the stamps. They'll send out everything else first and then send the stamps out separately. It means also then, if you're buying the bundle, you get the bundle at 10% cheaper. Thank you. And I'm going to be trying this card as well. So let me just, I'll pop that one. Hang on. Where's my bone folder? Let me just flatten that out so it lies. There we go. So yeah, so Anne's going to try this. So what I would say, Anne, is I used the 6x6 patterned paper, and if you see, you have to be careful with your angle because it only just fits. You won't have a problem if you're using a 12x12, but because I wanted to use this with the butterflies, I was restricted with the 6x6. So just be aware of, you know, where you put your strips, as otherwise it won't quite fit. So thank you so much for joining me today. I have had a lovely afternoon, and I will put the replay up on YouTube. The replay will be here on Facebook along with links to all the products a little bit later on, but you will get to see the replay on my blog and on YouTube if if you're if you're not here live with me. All of the products that you've seen are available in my online store. Please click on the links either here, YouTube, or on my blog, or go to my blog, which is www.inspiringinkin.com, and there's a shop now button. There is a host code for March. Make sure you use that, and then you will get extra goodies. So those goodies can either take the form of a card and a product gift, or a free class where I send you a kit and you can craft along with me. So I hope that you'll get your orders placed, and I will craft with you soon. Take care, everybody. I will see you all again soon. Goodbye.